the third attempt at doing this little review, because basically my technological knowledge is virtually non-existent. It's basically a review. I've recently finished reading WOOM by Duncan Ralston, and it's the first splatterpunk novel I've read. It's just a subgenre of horror that, in terms of novels, has never really appealed to me. Which is ironic. I'm a massive fan of body horror movies, from beyond street trash, spontaneous combustion, stuff like that. But in terms of novels, it's never been something that I thought, oh yeah, I'll read that. But I tried it. Went in kind of blind, expecting it to just be. It's weird. You see lots of reviews because it's like it's been written by a 14-year-old, this, that, and the other. But I went in, tried it, and I have to say it's technically one of the best novels I've ever read. I really enjoyed it. The plot is really good. It's so much more than just gore. There's gore. Don't get me wrong. There's gore, and there's if it was a body horror movie, it'd never be released. But yeah, it's got the gore, and it's got the descriptions, and it makes you heave a little bit sometimes. But that's good. It's all good fun. But it's more than that. It's so much more than that. I see it as a love story between Angel and Shyla. Probably not a romantic love story, but a love story nevertheless. Of two people who I don't know what was going on with my eye then. Two people who kind of need each other in a way, I think. And it's great. It's a great book. The characters are believable despite the situation, and it really grabs you. The emotion of it. It really pulls you in. Like I say, yeah, it's got the gore scenes. There were a couple of scenes that did make me nearly want to tap out. That's got a lot of woomies laughing at me there, probably. If you know, you know. But what can I say? But yeah, there was a couple of scenes that nearly made me tap out, but I stuck with it, and I'm glad I did. And like I say, it's technically an amazing novel. Duncan is such a good writer. It really is. I honestly can't praise it highly enough. But it bothers me that I keep seeing in various book groups. I won't name any. Various book groups across Facebook. People are moaning, saying, "Well, I've read WOOM, and it wasn't scary. It's not a jump scare movie. It's not a jump scare book. It's extreme horror. If you're going in it to be scared, then you're looking in the wrong book. It's yeah, completely. You read the back of the book. I would assume you do. You read the back of the book. You have a rough idea. I mean, it says extreme horror on the. I have to try not to rant because this is a real bee in my bonnet, and I sound all cockney when I start to lose it. But it really fucking pisses me off. It's extreme horror. It's not a fucking jump scare. People going, oh, yeah, it didn't scare me. The fucking Thing isn't a scary film, but The Thing is arguably one of the greatest fucking horror movies ever made. There's so many horror films that are amazing, that aren't scary, but they're fucking good, because they're good, and that's it. They're still horror because they've got horror elements in it. Not horror elephants, horror elements in them. But these people go, oh, WOOM didn't scare me. Yeah, it's extreme horror. It's not fucking jump scare. Fuck off and read something different. It's an amazing book. And then you get people going, oh, well, it was disgusting. It's disgusting. I didn't expect to see that in it. And again, it's fucking extreme horror. There's the same thing at the moment. John Athan, who I've read a couple of his books, he gets a load of grief. People, some of the reviews on several of his novels, just like kind of calling him out as a person, going, well, makes you wonder what he thinks of writing this sort of stuff. You reading it, motherfucker? What the fuck are you like? These are books. It's fantasy. It's fiction. It's how it is. You know what you're going into. someone the other day reviewed, it was either WOOM or one of John Nathan's books, and they were moaning that it was extreme horror. I can only get to chapter 3. You knew what you were heading into. You read the fucking cover, saw the cover, you read the fucking blurb on the back. You didn't think it was a fucking picnic in fucking Pansy Land with fucking rainbows and fucking unicorns. You knew what you were heading into. You knew what you were heading into, and you fucking read it, and then you go, oh, I don't like this. Why? Because you're a fucking cunt. At the end of the day, there's nothing wrong with WOOM, there's nothing wrong with John Nathan's books. The problem is, and I've said this many times, the problem is people who don't like extreme horror, reading extreme horror and then going, oh, it's extreme horror. Idiots. You need a fucking kick in the bum lips. You really do. But yeah, that's just me ranting, because it's people are coming at WOOM. That doesn't sound right at all. But people are coming at WOOM, being all negative and calling it out on things that have got nothing to do with it. Read the book. It's a fucking technically amazing book. Read the book. And just don't get sucked into all the bullshit about it. Just read it and enjoy it. I swear down, it's a really amazing book. And that's from someone that doesn't like splatterpunk. Didn't like splatterpunk. It's yeah. I'm definitely going to be reading more by Duncan. And yeah, it's great. But just don't be a dick. Just, you know what I mean. Just try it and enjoy it. And if you didn't enjoy it, that's cool, because it's okay. This is another thing. It's okay not to like something. It really is okay not to like something. It's not okay to not like something and be a dick about it. Just don't do it. Cheers.